So I've been getting a lot of questions like, wait, if I fill out this employer survey, can I get fired? Short answer, no. Unless, of course, you suddenly decide to perform a fire-breathing dragon act in the break room, then we need to have a different conversation. But let's hope that that's not on your bucket list. Hey everyone, I'm Marisol, an HR executive, a Christian entrepreneur, and someone who believes that honesty and trust and respect should be the cornerstone of every workplace. Today, let's talk about those employer surveys that keep popping up in your inbox. We'll clear up some misconceptions, discuss why they exist, and yes, I'll also address the unfortunate fact that some employers have misused them. Let's be real. That's unethical. I'll explain why that shouldn't stop you from sharing your voice where it truly is valued. What's the real purpose behind a survey? If the employer wanted to fire people, sending out a survey titled, "We really want your opinion," would be a really terrible master plan. Good employers use surveys. They do, to identify what's working and what's not working, and where improvements are needed. Like a doctor asking about symptoms to treat the patient. It's about diagnosing the health of the organization, not finding a scapegoat. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Have some employers misuse these surveys and punish employees who spoke up? Sadly, yes, that happens, and it's undeniably unethical. That creates fear and undermines the very purpose of gathering the feedback. As an HR professional and a Christian, I find this behavior not only professionally irresponsible, but morally wrong. Honesty should never be met with retaliation, ever. When they roll out these surveys, they are confidential and even completely anonymous. I get a list that says Mike from marketing thinks the coffee is burnt, followed by his employee ID and a bull's eye. Instead, I see patterns and trends, which is what all that receive these employer surveys should be looking at. That helps the company improve. If an employer is truly committed to the growth and guided by ethical principles, your individual identity isn't singled out. We fix problems, not blame the messenger. Trust me, good leadership knows that employees won't speak up if they feel unsafe. You must, as an employer, make it clear that their feedback is valued and is protected. If you're working for a company guided by integrity, and even better, faith-based, they will value your honesty as a blessing, not a threat. As a Christian, I believe in treating people with dignity and gratitude. Dignity and gratitude, my people. Especially, they're helping the organization. They're helping improve the organization. A team, I don't care what department it is, brings value to the organization. What's the purpose, the real purpose behind feedback? My professional opinion on this, I know everybody has their own, but my professional opinion is feedback is gold. Without feedback, leadership doesn't know what's going on. Leadership might not ever know that that 6 a.m. meeting is making everyone sleep-deprived zombies, or that snack selections that we have might be stale and taste like cardboard. So when you tell us what's wrong, we can actually fix it, or we should actually fix it. Now, let's be honest, not everything can be fixed immediately, and sometimes certain things cannot be fixed, depending on what the situation is. So I am not going to lie to you and say, oh, kumbaya, everything's going to work out. Now, That's not being truthful. But when you tell us what's wrong, your voice leads us to better what? Better benefits, clearer communication, and maybe even that coffee upgrade that we all been wishing for. So at the end of the day, what is the purpose? What is the real reason why we're trying to engage our employees? Any organization needs to know what's going on with their employees. From a manager's perspective, if your employee comes to you and says, to be honest, I'm still worried that I'll get fired for being honest. I'm still worried about getting fired for being honest. Picture this. I tell our team communication tools could be improved. And here comes a nightmare boss and says, how dare you? You're fired for telling the truth. Ridiculous, right? I would hope so. I would hope no one would ever say that. Real leaders will invest in surveys because they want insight, not hollow praise, not, oh, you're so fabulous. No. If all they needed was a chorus of everything is fine, we've all heard that, oh, everything is fine, then all they need is a pre-recording of happy voices singing in the background. So as a Christian, I hold honesty and stewardship in high regards. Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Constructive feedback is that sharpening. It refines our workplace, our culture, our relationships. Misusing that feedback is not just bad business, it's a moral failure. Ethical leaders, yes, I said ethical leaders, trust their staff, trust the feedback, and trust that they want to improve. Here are some quick tips of how to really fill out the survey. So first, be honest, don't hold back. But don't be mean. I've seen some of those surveys that are really uncalled for. Be constructive. Offer solutions or suggestions, not just complaints. Stay respectful. Critique the process, not the people. You hear me? The process, not people. Choose trust wisely. If the company is faith-driven or has history of fair treatment, chances are they'll handle your feedback responsibly. So will you get fired for completing the employer survey? Absolutely not. At least not in an ethical, values-driven company that respects what you have to say. If your leaders do the wrong things with the feedback, they're not just a bad employer. They're acting unethically and breaking a sacred trust. Remember, these surveys are meant to help everyone grow, not find targets. As someone who cares deeply about the well-being and doing business God's way, I want you to know your voice matters. Your honesty is appreciated, and your courage to speak up is how we all get better. Thanks for watching, guys. If this clears up some confusion, hit that like button, subscribe for more HR insight with a twist of faith, and share this video with someone that might be worried about the next survey. Until next time, stay honest, stay blessed, and keep shining where you work. Remember, you're the head and never the tail. You're a child of God. Thank you for your support. Be blessed.